beginning. So what is your earliest memory of Dei Gratia?
One of my earliest memories of performing with Dei Gratia was an outdoors concert. And it was in an estate, I think in North London.
Yes,
and it was, we had kids from the estate just dancing around to the music as we played. I was on an electric harpsichord, which is always an experience.
Oh yes.
Yeah, but it was fun. I believe we did Cantata 199 for that one, if I remember correctly.
Yes, and I think that was really interesting because Cantata 199 is quite a statement. It starts with my heart. Mein Herzen schwimmt in Blut. And it starts out with this conviction of sin, but then it ends with a joyful jig when you know about salvation. And I think that was sort of a calling card cantata almost, because it takes the whole journey from conviction of sin to joy and salvation. And the kids were dancing to joy and salvation. I was like, I really hope that they also understood what it was about. Yes, I remember that one very vividly as well. I think we've debated it, but I think that was the first performance we ever did.
Yeah, I think so too. Yes.
But I know that there was also then a follow-up concert in Maidenhead. So, Nicola, what is your earliest memory?
So, my earliest memory is meeting Amelie, of course, who's one of the founder members of the group, who isn't with us at the moment, but obviously Baroque cello. And obviously she was the visionary behind a lot of this ensemble. And I met her, I didn't know her, and I met her on Waterloo Station for a supposed audition type conversation. And I remember, and she asked me about my sort of relationship with God and what God means to me and how I use my flute to worship God, and we talked quite a bit about Baroque music and what I wanted to use my Baroque flute for, because at that time obviously I was trained as both a modern flute player and a Baroque flute player, and probably unlike other instruments they're quite different. So actually I have to slot into a modern mode and I have to slot into a Baroque flute mode, and I'd never had the opportunity to actually play with an ensemble in Baroque playing. Everything I'd done was solo, mainly because obviously it's a different pitch, and so you can't easily perform with others if they're not Baroque instrumentalists. So I was my main outlet for Baroque flute playing was solo or just with harpsichord. And so to actually have the opportunity to be part of a group, and also part of a group that was a vocal group as well, was very exciting. And so that's my initial time with Dei Gratia.